Hello everyone, welcome back to the Autel channel. Today we are going to introduce the accessories of the Intelligent ADAS Optical Positioning System IA800 we just released and demonstrate how to assemble it. Let's do it! Here is the camera system. We have one left camera unit featuring two cameras, one center camera, and one right camera unit featuring three cameras. They will be installed on both sides and the center of the frame respectively, working together to perform the wheel alignment pre-check and ADAS calibrate functions in our next videos. Here we have one 24-volt power adapter to power the equipment, 5 pieces of sliding nuts to fix the left and right camera units onto the frame, 10 pieces of M6 14mm bolts, 5 pieces of M6 T-hammer nuts to fix the center camera. You don't need all of them. There are some extra pieces in case they are lost, etc. And here we have one piece of a 5mm hexagonal L wrench, the assembly and disassembly tool to rotate the bolts, one sealing strip to cover the camera cables, and here you'll find 4 wheel clamps, 2 front wheel targets, 2 rear wheel targets, and 16 removable claws. We will put them into the corresponding 4 wheel clamps here. The wheel clamps and targets will be attached to the corresponding wheels during wheel alignment pre-check and ADAS calibrate, etc. Here's one alignment aid to measure the distance between the frame and the vehicle. One tablet cradle, it will be installed onto the frame to hold the diagnostic tablet. And here's a steering wheel holder stand tool to fix the position of the steering wheel when performing a wheel alignment pre-check. Last but not least, we have 2 wheel chocks used to prevent the vehicle from sliding during wheel alignment pre-check as well. Now that's it for the accessories. We are ready to assemble them. Before we start, just a kind reminder that you can buy the IA800 accessory kit itself or both the frame and the IA800 depending on your needs. If you have difficulty in assembling your frame, please refer to the link below for more details. For customers who've already had our MaxiSys ADAS, you only need to buy the IA800 accessory kit and remove the bolts and end covers on both sides of the crossbar. For the tape boxes at both sides of the crossbar and the reflector unit, you can disassemble them or leave them there. Then you're ready to assemble the IA800 and perform its functions. If you purchase a frame and the IA800 together, you will just assemble the IA800 with the instructions below. Shall we begin? We will assemble the accessories in 3 parts. The camera system first, the wheel clamps with their targets, and finally, the alignment aid. Let's start with the camera system. And we're going to begin with our left camera unit. But first, grab 2 sliding nuts and insert them into the first and third sliding slots respectively. Now we're going to grab our left camera unit, and these 2 cameras are going to be facing that direction. The first cable is the power cable, and this is going to go all the way through the first channel of the crossbar. But let's wait a moment and take a look at the cable. You can see that it is braided. This is to reduce the friction as the cable is passing through the crossbar. So grab the end of our power cable, put it into the first channel, and just slide it all the way through like so. Feel free to go at your own pace. That looks pretty good. Now let's grab the second cable, which is the signal cable. And we're going to pass that through the third channel. Let's grab it like so, put it through right here, and pass it through. And now the remaining 2 short cables are going to be insert into this fourth slide slot. Right here. But before entirely inserting them into the fourth slide slot, we must ensure that our left camera unit is securely fastened to the crossbar. So I'm going to grab one bolt here, move my hex wrench right there, slide that sliding nut right there, and just slightly fasten the bolt into the nut. Adjust the other sliding nut, grab another bolt, and proceed in a similar fashion. To more tightly fasten the bolt, let's grab our hex wrench. And now you can see that the left camera unit has been firmly secured to the crossbar. But we have our two short cables right here, which we need to securely fasten into the fourth slide. So let's push them into this right here. And if you remember our ceiling strip here, we have to put that onto the fourth slide to secure the two shorter cables. So the ceiling strip has two functions. First, it makes sure that this looks a lot neater, but more importantly, it allows for our camera system to operate properly. If these cables are dangling, then our camera systems may not be able to communicate properly, which will result in poor function of the IA800. So make sure that there is a clear path between the two cameras. Now we're going to proceed over to our right camera. So in a similar fashion, I'm going to grab two sliding nuts, insert them into the first and third slide slots separately. Take our right camera unit and pass the cables through this space. And we are going to plug them into their holes with our power cable and our signal cable being plugged into appropriately. Line the holes right here. Make sure that you are holding the camera unit at all times so it does not drop. I'm going to reach over here, grab a bolt. Grab another bolt. And take our hex wrench to more firmly tighten the bolts with the nuts. Looks pretty secure. Now we need to assemble the center camera. So for the center camera, we need 4 T-hammer nuts. Okay. But unlike the assembly steps of the two other cameras, which use the sliding nuts into the slide slots first, here we have used the T-hammer nuts and have inserted the bolt on the other side which will be used to screw this camera firmly to the crossbar. Ensure that the T hammer nuts are placed in a horizontal fashion. And now we're going to insert the nuts into the first and second slide slots. Okay, that's pretty secure. Let's tighten it a little bit more just for safekeeping. We do not want this camera unit to drop. So after we have completely tightened them, the direction of these hammer nuts will change from the horizontal position into a vertical one automatically, so that the camera will be fixed firmly. Now finally, we're going to plug the connectors of the short cables into the correct ports respectively. Great. So now we have finished assembling the cameras. The left unit, the right unit, and the center one. Our next step is to assemble the wheel clamps and targets. So first, take a look at the targets. Do you notice any differences among them? Correct. The patterns are different, as every target is designed to pair with the corresponding clamp, so that the cameras can recognize specific targets and populate values onto the tablet. So how can we identify each clamp and target since they are different? Well, there are labels on them. Right here we can find the label on the wheel clamp, and here we can find the label on the target. So these indicate which wheel clamps and targets are paired up. These say the RF one, which is the front right wheel. We're going to start with the right front wheel clamp and target as an example. So firstly, confirm their positions by reading their labels, which you have done so, and now put the target into the wheel clamp. And grab this and insert it like so. We're going to tighten the target by rotating the bolt here. The big bolt right here is used to adjust the wheel clamps for different sized rims. And each wheel clamp comes with 4 removable claws, which will be installed onto every clamp to attach to the rim. I'm going to show you how to insert one of the removable claws. Just grab this, hold your wheel clamp securely, and just insert it like so. Now, we're all done. You can assemble the rest the same way. So lastly, we're going to assemble the alignment aid. And we need to use a bolt to fix the alignment aid to the base. At the bottom of the base, the bolt will proceed upwards, and on the bottom of your alignment aid, you can find that the bolt will be able to insert from that to ensure that it is securely fastened to the stand. Now, we've finished assembling the IA800. How do you find it? Please comment below to let us know. If you have any questions about the IA800 or ADAS calibrations, please contact our Autel support team. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you next time.